Hey guys, did you see the breaking news? Binance may have to pay over $4.3 billion in fines. $4.3 billion in fines. Insane. I'm going to tell you why that's happened, the real reason why, because the media is not giving you truly what happened. And I also want to tell you how I'm going to take advantage of this situation and make some money for our fund and different things like that. So I'll share this strategy with you today. I normally don't make these lives this late at night, but I'm sure you all want to know why there's a $4.3 billion fine. I'm going to refer to my notes, so you're going to see me kind of eyeball over here for a second because there's a lot of information to give you guys. So get your pens out and get your pads out and get writing, okay? So welcome everybody here. Let me just wave at everybody here. Okay, here we go. CZ, the founder of Binance, is stepping down immediately as the head of Binance. And he's pled guilty, from what they say, to anti-money laundering requirements. And what's happened is he's bent the knee to Blackrock. I had some in-depth discussions with some of my super crypto whale friends I've known for many, many years, since the early days. And we discussed some of this, and we all agree that this is probably it and what's causing this. Blackrock, as you know, controls America. BlackRock controls a huge chunk of the S&P 500. Between BlackRock, Fidelity, State Street, it's something like 75% of the S&P is controlled by those companies or owned. So that's crazy, right? This is the stock that, most of your 401ks are in and things like that. Now, CZ, he's going to be just fine. A lot of people are really worried about CZ. They say he may get 18 months in jail, but financially, he's going to be just fine. I predict they're just going to slap him on the hand, but you never know what happens. They may give him a little bit of time. But financially, he's going to be fine. He was able to, from information so far we have, he's able to keep his majority ownership in Binance, right? So he gets to keep his bag. So that's pretty cool. Now, he pays a bond of $175 million and gets fined something like 50 million US dollars, which to him is like tip money. It's petty cash. It doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things for him. And for Binance to get, a $4.3 billion fine, it's a hiccup. It's probably, I don't know, but maybe it could be a write-off, right? But it's not that big of a deal to them. So the bond, $175 million, tiny. But why did this happen? And why do I say he took a knee for BlackRock? This gives the U.S. government operational control of Binance, but more importantly, it gives the keys to the government to look into whatever they want to look at for all the transactions that are in Binance. There's over 150 million users on Binance, and they can look at all those different transactions, and they're going to get looked at. Some say that many bad terrorist groups and things like that ran money through there, Iran and Hamas and all those things, possibly running their money through there. That'll have to be verified on what bad actors used Binance, if they did use it at all. But that's going to give some transparency there to the government to see what's going on. But now they can see those transactions. So what happens now? Binance will probably survive. I mean, not 100% for sure, but if they made a deal on the back end, maybe it does survive. Probably a good chance of that, right? Like I recommended, I don't ever put huge amounts of money on centralized exchanges because they seem to be exposed. Even CZ himself said he's going to be investing a lot of his own personal money into DeFi. So that's going to be pretty cool. You can Google DeFi. I'm back. Even CZ has said that he's going to invest in DeFi heavily. And so that would be probably a lot of decentralized exchanges and projects that aren't controlled on a centralized exchange. And so what does that mean? Well, certain DeFi projects are going to I can't tell you what they're going to do, but there'll probably be a big flood to DeFi. Again, this is not financial advice. I cannot give you token recommendations or project recommendations because I run a hedge fund, but you can do your own research there. But DeFi, I think, is going to grow from this. And just another hiccup. Today we saw a correction in the market because of all this fiasco going on. But I think it was a planned fiasco. And in fact, this is why I'm posting this so late. We just spent like 3 hours making some more deployments for the Ugly Unicorn Crypto Hedge Fund. So we like to take advantage of these dips when they happen to dollar cost average for our investors. All right, guys. Well, that's the update on CZ and Binance. Again, this is all opinion, and this is not financial advice. You have to do your research. But I will try to post broad market news here so you can kind of see the trends that are happening. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to mention this. This whole thing is just really important, though. Blackrock needed to get Binance kind of out of the way again. I might have mentioned this. But the reason why they had to do this, though, is they wanted a workaround for retail investors buying spot Bitcoin and Ethereum. All right? Because on Binance, there's some favorable ways you can buy spot Bitcoin and Ethereum. And if mass retail investors are able to get it there, it makes it more difficult for ETFs like Blackrock is launching or applying to launch, and Fidelity and 10 other major institutional investors. So that's a big one there. That's the whole reason I think they went down, and also transparency for the government to see kind of what's going on inside of there. That's important. 150 million users on Binance, something like that, something crazy. All right, guys, I appreciate you. And there's the late night update. If you find this useful, share it on your feed. I don't charge for this. I don't sell you a course or anything like that. Share it on your feed. And if you're interested in the Ugly Unicorn Crypto Hedge Fund and you're an accredited investor, just direct message me and I'll send you some information. Now have a good night.